Good afternoon and welcome to Dallas ISD's parent and community meeting for H.S. Thompson Elementary School. We thank you for joining us today. If you're joining via our link, our broadcast link, we are broadcasting live in Spanish and English. If you're joining us on Facebook, please feel free to ask any comments or what have you. We are viewing both on Facebook and through a live broadcast. So with no further ado, we're proud to introduce and present the principal for this amazing new school for the South Dallas Bonton community, Miss Principal Crystal Owens. Take it away.
Greetings, Thompson Tiger parents, community advocates, and Thompson alumni. I am Crystal Owens, principal of the H.S. Thompson Elementary School. This evening's agenda reads, Introductions, Welcome, Mission Vision, Project Team, Transportation, the Thompson Experience, Community Partners, Rose Early Learning, and I would like to extend a heartfelt welcome to another community summit. H.S. Thompson is back, and we are South Dallas proud. Welcome home. We look forward to partnering with you as we embark upon H.S. Thompson becoming a premier urban campus. At this time, we would like to pay tribute to our H.S. Thompson alumni.
H.S. Thompson has a long legacy. Share with us as we present the H.S. Thompson Historical School Song. There is a school where we practice the golden rule on the barren bare streets. There are students daily meet. It's a Thompson, we all love you, and we pledge the unborn loyalty. It's a Thompson. Will be true to be forever, faithful be. True to times our friendship strong, true to think wherever we go, true to everything that's right, they are here to be right. It's Thompson, we are proud of your life and loyal.
Thank you, Principal Alfred Garrett Jones, her sister Paulette Garrett Hill, nephew Paulston Hill, and the incomparable Chris Myron Brennan on piano for taking us back down memory lane. At this time, I would like to pay homage to a few key constituents who have been instrumental in the homecoming of H.S. Thompson. Welcome to our very own District 9 trustee, Justin Henry. Our site-based decision-making president, Sherry Nixon of the T.R. Hoover Community Development Corporation of South Dallas. And our campus parent organization president, Andre Evans. Our mission vision draft. The mission statement reads, to provide a diverse and caring learning environment with highly qualified teachers and STEAM curriculum that promotes productive citizenship and high student achievement. Vision statement, H.S. Thompson, a South Dallas learning community, will ignite a passion for lifelong learning through equitable, innovative activities that promote critical thinking and problem-solving skills to strive in an ever-changing global society. This is the first draft of our mission vision. As we continue to collaborate with our key stakeholders, which include our site-based decision-making team, parent organization, and other community partners, we will have one vision and mission. Yes, as you can see, Tiger Pride still reigns at Thompson with a new makeover. At this time, we would like to turn it over to our project team.
Thank you, Principal Owens. It's a pleasure to be here once again. And we will be sharing with you a few updates and also want to kind of refresh everyone as far as what the project entails. If you give me one moment, I'm going to share my screen. And of course, Ms. Owens has already visited about the new H S Thompson Elementary School, which is going to be at the corner, or is being constructed at the corner of Bear Street and Bethlehem. It's a new two-story building. We're very, very excited about the progress and just what the school means to the overall community. The facility is, as I mentioned, a two-story facility that has 33 new classrooms. It's just at under 90,000 square feet, brand new gymnasium, has a storm shelter for our students to be protected in inclement weather, a new library, art spaces, music, dance spaces. It has all the new workings that you would expect in a brand new elementary school, and we're very excited about what this is going to bring back to the community. You know, one of the things we also are very excited about is we took advantage of the cafeteria, and the cafeteria serves also as the auditorium with a brand new performance stage and everything to be able to address the needs of the students and their arts outreach, and also to the community for the activities that the community wants to embrace going forward. And this is a view looking down from the second floor, or looking down from the second floor into the new cafeteria. It also looks onto the playground. There's also a porch area on the exterior of the cafeteria where students can gather and have some shaded area and go out and be protected in the elements, the hot summer elements of Texas weather. This is also one of the areas of school that we're really excited about. It's the primary stairway that takes the students up to the second level. This is an area of collaboration, but it's also an area that the students can be inspired in. We try to introduce natural light throughout the entire facility and really try to take advantage of sort of some nodes and spaces where students can gather, teachers can gather, and have those sort of those meetings and just interactions with one another. And this is a recent update from where we stand in the overall construction. This is the aerial view looking out at the school. And as you see, there's a two-story volume with the area just behind the school adjacent to the railroad tracks, which is for parking. And we have an outdoor play area that's being under construction. But we're really, really excited about just the movement and how we're moving forward with the overall progress. And I will turn it back over to the bond team and to the school.
Thank you, Team KAI Architects. We greatly appreciate all the hard work your team is putting in to make this project a success. Thank you guys so much. So at this time, we will hear from Executive Director of Transportation with Dallas Independent School District, Mr. Jaime Sandoval.
Good afternoon. Thank you for having me present some information on student transportation services. I'm going to take you through a few slides. I hope everyone can hear me well enough. Here we go. First, I wanted to mention the student eligibility for transportation. Students that reside within the designated attendance zone for HS Thompson that meet the eligibility requirements will be provided with transportation. And that ridership eligibility is designated by the state as those residing beyond a 2-mile boundary of the campus. So what I have here is the campus. You'll see it within that blue area, and there's a red dot which demonstrates where Thompson is located. And typically the 2-mile boundary is pretty much what you would see in the yellow dotted area. So anything outside of that yellow dotted area is where the eligibility requirements come into play. However, there are some things that we also take into consideration when it's not necessarily, doesn't necessarily meet that 2-mile boundary, such as some busy streets or some things that can potentially be dangerous for the students. So we also take a look at that as we are determining the new bus stops for HS Thompson. Currently, we do have some bus stops for JJ Rhodes, and I just kind of wanted to show you where we currently are with these bus stops. As you see, we have one bus stop at Bear and Bethlehem, which I believe is right where HS Thompson is. So that bus stop would definitely not be necessary for HS Thompson at that location. But now these current bus stops, I've added how many miles they are from HS Thompson. So you've got the stop, for example, at Dixon Avenue, it's now 2.2 miles away from HS Thompson's versus what it was for JJ Rhodes. And then I've also listed some of the current ridership that we have on these buses. Naturally, we are looking at pretty much deconstructing the current bus stops that we have for JJ Rhodes, and looking at which ones we're going to leave for JJ Rhodes, and looking at which ones we are now going to implement for HS Thompson. So that is still definitely in the works. We have been working with our demographic department to make sure that we have the information necessary to make these decisions. Obviously, we're looking at putting the stops where we have the most number of students as well, or closer to that bigger groups of students. Also, just some reminders that we do need parents to register for transportation. That's also part of that eligibility. And it takes place during the regular registration enrollment phase. So on that registration form, when you're completing that, there is a yes/no question. Will you be requiring transportation? If you reside, like I said, in those areas that are across the freeway or somewhere where beyond the 2 miles, please make sure that you are checking yes as far as requiring that transportation, so that we can see where we have our pockets of students, and so that we can better designate those bus stops. We also just want to remind you that we have some very strict bus cleaning procedures. We have been doing this all year. With COVID this year, it looks like we're going to continue for the following school year. We do clean our buses daily between trips. So when we do our run for elementary, after we complete that, we pull over. The bus drivers bring out their spray bottles. They spray down the most touched seats, and let that dry, and then they go on to their next set of stops for middle school and so on. And then weekly, we do a deeper cleaning, which is more surface area. So we're looking at continuing this practice next year as well. We will continue to require those face masks. Those are required to ride the bus. Unless there is an AEP an ARD that has suggested that a student cannot wear the mask. And that would be for some of the students in our specialized units where some cannot wear those masks as well. We do provide additional PPE for our bus drivers, specifically for those that transport our special needs students. Some of them have additional gowns and additional shields, and we make those available for some special cases with some of the students as well. We do pre-screen. We pre-screen every one of our bus drivers before they're able to get on the bus. And by the same token, we pre-screen our students before they get on the bus. Any student with a temperature of 100.4 or higher are provided with alternative transportation, as they will not be able to ride the bus at that point. We do look at student behavior on the bus as well. Students are expected to follow the district code of conduct while on the bus, and of course, this includes the use of masks. We do social distance when possible. So the key there is when possible. This year, because most learning has been virtual, this has definitely not been a huge concern, where we have put one student per seat, per bench. Each bench is designated to hold up to 3 students. Right now, we are holding about 1 per seat. And with the number of students coming to school, we've pretty much met that number. There are times when there can be 2 students per seat, especially if they're from the same household. But as I said, we do social distance when possible. As we continue to get through this pandemic, we continue to follow the guidelines by the CDC. And if there are any changes, we definitely implement them as well. So we also have some great connectivity for our parents to keep track of the buses. If you haven't been a bus rider and this is new to you, do know that we've got several items for our parents and our campuses where you can get connected with our school buses and see where sometimes if we're running a little bit late or even a little bit early, you can see where that is happening. So we've got eLinks, Bus Bulletin, Versatrans My Stop app, and of course the Let's Talk app, which is throughout the district now pretty much. So our eLink system provides our students with their students' transportation information, lets you know just basic information. That's their bus stop, what time, the location, what route number, all the kind of information that you need so that you can actually also sign up for, and this is what it would look like. So it gives you the route number, the student name, all of that is uploaded into our system. And that is necessary so that when we push out information on our bus bulletin is a push out system which alerts our parents through text message or voicemail, and in some cases emails, if our buses are running late or if there was even an accident on the bus, something that we feel that the bus, that the parents need to know would happen between point A and point B as their students were on that bus. So bus bulletin does allow for those 3 different types of communication. As I said, email, text, and voicemail. Just simple alerts. For example, Route 218 has been delayed for 5 minutes. That's a typical bus bulletin type of information that will go out. We also have My Stop mobile app, which works within a 10-minute window of the projected bus arrival time. This is kind of like following Uber on your phone, but it's for our buses. So this is why you need that route number. So if you sign up for the My Stop mobile app, you need that route number to be able to follow where that bus is at any given time. But actually, it is within the 10-minute window. Sorry, it's not within any given time. It's within that 10-minute window of the bus stop. So that's how that app works. And then last is our Let's Talk system. This is where you can communicate with us. You can send us questions, comments, and in some cases, you can even brag on your bus driver. If you feel that your bus driver is doing an exceptional job, we also want to hear about that. So that's our Let's Talk system. It's right on our webpage where you can easily click through and send us your question, comment, or even the brag on the driver. And that's our webpage is located right there, www.dallasisd.org/transportation. And that is what I have for you.
Thank you, Mr. Sandoval, for all the important information and updates. We know that transportation services is our one-stop solution, transporting Thompson Tigers, rain or shine. We thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Thompson Experience. With efforts to ignite a passion for lifelong learning through equity, innovative activities that promote critical thinking and problem-solving skills for our scholars. Our staff will receive training to implement STEAM strategies throughout the instructional day, exposing our scholars to project-based learning and STEAM strategies, where they will develop and implement cross-curricular projects every 6 weeks. As a recipient of the Innovation Engine grant, Thompson will partner with TROX STEAM and Collaborative Learning. TROX has designed a full STEAM educational technology curriculum to not only be used for extended day, but instructional day as well. TROX will train the trainers of our STEAM committee and receive consistent support throughout the year. Our scholars, alongside staff, parents, and sponsors, will gather in our very own collaboratory makerspace area to create, invent, tinker, explore, and discover using a variety of tools and materials in the areas of circuitry, electronics, robotics, and coding, virtual reality and audio visual, drones, as well as video production. Thompson welcomes T-Square Media Productions to our school. T-Square consists of 4th and 5th grade students whom we will expose to video and broadcasting. T-Square will broadcast live during the morning announcements and extend as a club in the afternoon, showcasing their interviewing skills, technology, research, and editing skills with fellow students, parents, and community advocates. Community partnership. At Thompson, we've been afforded opportunities to work with a host of partners that have embraced the vision of our campus to support our extended day. One of the top dance programs in the country, our very own Booker T. Washington High School for the Performing and Visual Arts. We will work in collaboration with Booker T, specifically with Catherine Walker, Director of the Dance Conservatory, to provide student interns where they are trained to run a gamut of different genre of dance to our Thompson scholars in our very own dance studio. How exciting this will be to expose our students to jazz, ballet, tap, hip hop, international dance, and swing. Our committee is collaborating with the City of Dallas arborists to bring tree planting to Thompson. Arborists will teach environmental, engagement, and sustainability to students and parents, as well as school beautification. Student sponsors will implement engaging lessons and activities with students in extended day learning. Joseph J. Rose Early Learning. Now, as you know, J.J. Rose expanded to become an all-day early learning center, serving both pre-K 3 and 4 students. Our sister school, led by half of the dynamic duo, Principal Chandra Macklin, made their first commercial debut.
Did you know children can start school as early as 3 years old? Attending school early helps prepare children to succeed in school and builds a love for learning. Dallas ISD Pre-K provides a safe place for children to explore and learn with peers in a language-rich environment.
I feel like Pre-K has boosted my daughter's confidence.
Give the gift of a brighter future. Enroll your child in Dallas ISD Pre-K. Register online beginning early April.
So at this time, we will hear from our very own trustee Henry with a few closing remarks.
Thank you, Principal Owen, and thank you, Principal Macklin, as well, for the dynamic duo of what you've done this year, sharing the space at JJ Rose for our early learning kids and our older kids. I want to thank everyone that's been a part of this. I know Cherie Mixon's on here, Mama Mixon, and Mr. Evans, and go on, but all the folks that have been fighting for a very long time to get this campus up. It's good to see dirt move and still go up and starting to see the vision come to fruition. So I want to thank everyone that's been involved, KEI on the front end with the design. You worked with our community on the design and from the colorings to everything. So I appreciate your willingness to work with our community to design this magnificent facility. And I look forward to it opening and seeing all those things that we talked about on this call, Principal, within the building and supporting it whatever we can. So I just want to thank everyone very humbly for all the work that everyone's put in to bring this vision back to life. So thank you all.
Thank you, Trustee Henry, for your dedication and your support. Now, at this time, we would like to hear from Ms. Cherie Mixon. Please take it away.
Hello, family. It's a wonderful day in the neighborhood. So glad and excited about all the new turnouts for our school, all the wonderful partnerships and collaborations, and the wonderful and exciting new early learning program for JJ Rhodes. If you don't know someone that are in those spaces now, we're asking you to go on and share in a word with them about all this awesome education that's happening for the South Dallas community. Again, if you have not been to a SBDM meeting and we haven't had a chance to meet, let's start planning this out right now. Let's come together and let's work hard to make this the change and the epic place for education in the Dallas community. Again, thank you. I'm your SBDM president, and feel free to reach out to me. You can leave information if you need to speak with me at one of the offices with Miss Crystal or with Miss Macklin. Thank you again for the opportunity to speak.
Thank you so much, Ms. Mixon, for your tireless dedication and support. Thank you so much for supporting us through thick and thin. I just want you to know that. I would like to thank everyone for joining us this evening. Special thanks to our project team at KAI Architect and Mr. Jaime Sandoval with Dallas Independent School District Transportation Services. For more information about H S Thompson Elementary, please visit dallasisd.org/South Dallas or dallasisd.org/Bond 2015. I look forward to our next community parent meeting at the end of May.
Thank you for joining us today. A copy of this video presentation, all the presentations, and a videotape of this meeting will be posted at dallasisd.org, Bond 2015 meetings. Have a great evening.